我们所在这个地方呢是慕尼黑的市中心的奥林匹克公园。今天呢将会做客香蕉球的呢是德国足球的传奇球星巴拉克。巴拉克先生，首先特别的荣幸能够坐在这里，对您进行采访。
Thank you。
我看这个您对这个餐厅特别的好奇，因为我们现在是在这个电视塔的顶端，您这个地方应该是从来没有来过，是吧
？Ich war selber noch nie hier, deswegen fand ich es so interessant. Also ich habe ja nur nebenan immer gespielt im Stadion und somit wir haben ja unser Trainingsgelände war weiter weg und wir hatten nur das Spiel hier immer. Ne?
我们的中国球迷给他的一个称号呢，叫做“战车之魂”。这个战车呢，就是形容德国足球，而他把它称作是这支球队的灵魂。
Team， ja. Kapitän。Ja. Ja, schön.
谢谢，大家对他的忠诚。
Schön, Nicknames, Spitznamen sind immer gut. Mein Spitzname in Deutschland war Capitano.
So you know, 2002 World Cup, and at that time I was a journalist and witnessed the semi-final. You got the red card, and the second yellow card, and you miss the final. I think. During the whole career as a player, it is the biggest pity.
Yes,
you agree with that?
Yeah, it is, and the FIFA changed it after, because before me was Laurent Blanc, who was very unlucky with the same issue, and I was the second one. And I mean, if you miss the most important game in the world final, as a footballer, was very, very, very sad.
Yeah.
And because after 4 years later we went out in the semi-final in extra time against Italy, so it was never again, I could never reach a final again, a World Cup final, just a European Cup final, which I could play 2008, but not after 2000. So it was very unlucky, but I feel it's the right decision from the FIFA to clean after the quarterfinals, and then that the best players actually are able to play in the final.
You mentioned 2008, the European Championship, and I remember very, very clearly a game when Germany played against Austria, because I was a commentator of that game. You just shot a very, very beautiful, long shot. It's beautiful, and at that time the camera grasped the picture of your face. Yes. It's memorable for me, and the goal is too beautiful. You remember the goal?
Yes, of course. It was one of my best goals, and it was an important one because it was in a big tournament, and one of our rivals, you know, Austria and Germany, always a bit rivalry, and so we were not allowed to lose, and I remember that it was goal of the year, later chosen as goal of the year in Germany, and that was the first time, as you mentioned, the slow motion, the super slow motion, for the impression.
Super slow motion,
It's called super slow motion, and that's why it was so impressive to see. Well, I was actually a bit shocked myself how tense you are, you know, when you shoot, and because it was the first time you actually had the feedback from your expression, and this is called the super slow motion. But I think it's very good to see for the people how much power is in the body sometimes, and tense, you know, just hitting the ball.
And I think for the fans of you, another memorable picture is in 2008, 2009, the Champions League. I think you must guess what I'm talking about, the semi-final.
Yes.
And you are running and yelling to the referee. And some fans ask the question, what are you yelling to the referee?
No, because you know, the history was we lost the final 2008 against Manchester United.
Manchester United, the final.
And we had, because of one penalty. And the following year, the same situation. So Manchester United was qualified for the final already, and we played Barcelona, the rematch. And that was our best year. We were so strong, even stronger than the year before. I felt that Chelsea team this year was, in 2009, really willing to win that title. And I think we were on a much better team, and we had 4 or 5 situations where we could get a penalty, and the referee didn't give the penalty. So, but we were still 1-0 up and were in the final. But then Iniesta showed up in the 94th minute, and they hit the first shoot on target was in. 1-1. So we were out because first match was 0-0. And there was another situation after where there was a handball in the box, and I think you mean that? I can remember it would be yesterday. I was so frustrated in that moment that the referee, because of all these situations before and the sum of these situations, he should at least give that penalty in the 96th minute or something like that. But he didn't. He doesn't want. So, and that's why I was so emotional and was running behind to complain, you know. But it was his decision. We had to accept. We went out, and it was a bit frustrating because we were actually making a really good game.
As you mentioned, that as a player, your career is a very different one, and I think this is the first time. That stadium is a familiar one.
You have to show it.
Yeah, this stadium to me, to you, I think is a very familiar one. But I think this is the first day. You just watch the stadium from this angle.
Yes, I've never seen it from here, to be honest. I always was in the stadium to play, so I never was on the tower here and to watch it from here. I think it's history, you know, and it's called the Olympic Stadium because of '72. But then we played a long time with the FC Bayern Munich. And in that stadium, 3.5 years, and with the athletic, you know, track around. I mean, today the stadiums are modern, but this was charmy as well, and it was big. It was also, I think, nearly 60,000, 63 or something.
More than that. 80,000. 80,000. It's bigger.
Are you sure?
I'm a commentator. No. I'm a commentator.
Then you know more than me.
Yes. Your best memory in that stadium? Can you imagine the best memory?
Best memory.
Several times for the champions of the Bundesliga.
We've been there. I mean, last year we moved to the Allianz Arena, to the new one, but at least twice.
Twice.
We won the league there, and of course it was always a nice celebration. Then with the beer, you know, with the Weizen beer, we always have the tradition running around the pitch, making the players wet. But also some not good memories when we lost 2004 against Werder Bremen, the league. At home 3-0. This was not a good memory. So we got a lot of criticism for that.
You cannot remember good memory.
People like to, sometimes in Germany, they always keep the bad memories in mind, because when you're more winning than losing, it's something. I was lucky because I mostly played in good teams, so we won more. I won more games than I lost. But especially these games you lost, they're also in my memory, of course. That's why I mentioned one.
您知道，就是说，就是在这个戏剧作品里，或者在文学作品里，或者在影视作品里，就是大家可能更喜爱那些悲情的英雄。就在您的这些球迷当中，为什么这些年您可能现在已经挂靴了，仍然这么喜爱你？可能在大家的心目当中，您就是那个悲情英雄。很多您喜欢您的球迷会耿耿于怀。像您所说的，没错，足球当然是有胜有负，但是你为什么总是拿那么多的亚军呢？
Im Sport ist Gewinnen und Verlieren. Ich habe das vorher schon mal gesagt. Und also ich persönlich habe natürlich auch leider das ein oder andere Finale verloren. Weltmeisterschaft, WM-Finale, Europameisterschaftsfinale verloren, 2 Champions League-Finals verloren. Da war ich schon ein bisschen unlucky, und ein bisschen Pech gehabt auch teilweise. Aber eine meiner Stärken war immer, das gut wegzustecken, abzuschalten, und im Fußball ist gut, es gibt immer gleich ein neues Spiel. Neues Jahr, neues Glück, ne, sagt man. Und man konnte gleich wieder sich auf eine neue Aufgabe stürzen und man hatte nicht viel Zeit nachzudenken. Das ist wichtig im Sport, weil wenn du zu viel Zeit danach hast, dann beschäftigst du dich zu lange mit negativen Sachen, Fußball, und das ist nicht gut. Das zieht dich nur runter, ne? Und das ist wichtig, dass du gleich wieder was machst, Erfolgserlebnisse hast und das beeinflussen kannst. Also das Gute im Fußball, auch wenn man ein Spiel verliert. Aber nochmal, das ist Teil meines Historie, meiner Vergangenheit, und ich habe viel Glück gehabt, ne? Aber klar, auf hohem Niveau auch ein bisschen Pech, ne? Mit einigen Spielen, klar.
Today you are commentator. Commentator?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes. So how about the Germany national team in the World Cup next year?
I mean, we are defenders, you know.
Yeah.
We're world champion.
Yeah.
But of course, things change over years, and now it's three years after that.
Yeah.
We lost a few players,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Lahm, Klose, Mertesacker retired.
Yeah.
Everyone knows. So young players are taking place, you know, trying to cover that, and of course, we still have a really good team, young team. I think we play good football. We comfortably, I think, will qualify. But as the European Cup last year showed in France, there's always this quarter and semi-finals where you play against the big teams, where you have to be ready. And I think it's a mentally process. That's why it took us some years, over the last 10 years, to get to this point, semi-final, final, and then we won it, you know, 2014. But you need, of course, you need quality, but you need also a tournament experience. And Germany, of course, has this over years. We're always well prepared. We have a good attitude. We're very disciplined when it comes to tournaments. It's one of our biggest strengths to focus on certain things. But you need quality, and you need fantastic players. They can decide a game, and I don't know yet if we still have them and in what shape they are, because we have great names. You know, we have Müller, we have Götze, Reus, but they are struggling with injuries. They have their problems in the club. So maybe next year in the summer, before the tournament, we can say more about the German team and what condition they are. So right now we will qualify like always. I'm sure we go always far, but we want to defend the title. It will be very difficult because we lost some quality.
Thank you. 最后呢，恳请巴拉克先生为我们的这些球迷能够签一些名，好吗？我们带了一些小的一些礼物。